the way someone wants to claim he's starting something. Shatta Wale even has no idea about this Shazam and iTunes thing till it came out. The Grammys article, Shatta Wale has no, but we also saw how someone was very invested into making sure his name enters. I don't know if you're getting what I'm trying to say. The focus should be on the music. Shatta Wale has created a niche and a name for himself based on the number of songs he has been able to put out with that genre. Anybody who talks about dancehall is talking because, or mentions Shatta Wale's name because of the number of Shatta Wale hit songs they've heard. You are prioritizing more write-outs in those genres than the hit songs you have.
When Apple came out with the African dancehall tag, he cannot tell me Shatta Wale wasn't happy. In fact, yes, that because of his...
It is not about the happiness
or
the reaction.
Because of his contribution.
It's not about the reaction.
There's now an African dancehall category on Apple Music. And we all have... Now, Billboard does a story about Molly, and they use the word Afro-Dancehall. And Stonebwoy is like, thank you for the mention.
Yes.
We started it, big ups to Molly.
Yes.
I don't see where the fuss has been that it has gotten to where it has gotten to, because I think it's been escalated.
Welcome back to the show. This is still Entertainment Guide here on DJNTV. I'm here with Long John the blogger and Yabu Dwebo. Afro-Dancehall, who originated Afro-Dancehall?
Afro-Dancehall? Okay, so first of all, the first person I heard talk about Afro-Dancehall is Stonebwoy. The first person I know who has been championing the term Afro-Dancehall is Stonebwoy. So if you had to ask me who invented it, I don't know who the first person in this world who mentioned it, but the first person who said it for me to hear was Stonebwoy.
Okay.
So that's to answer the question in a simple manner. I mean, I'll say it's Stonebwoy.
All right.
Who championed it?
Yeah. So why are other people trying to take credit from him?
Who is taking credit?
We hear Samini comes out to say, "Oh,
first don't misquote Samini. You are misquoting Samini.
I'm misquoting Samini."
Yes,
what did he
Samini
actually say?
didn't come and say he invented Afro-Dancehall. He said African dancehall. African dancehall and Afro-Dancehall are two different.
What is the meaning of Afrobeat?
Afrobeat.
Hold on.
What's the meaning of
I
Afrobeat?
want to. Yeah. If he's done, please. I have no. Wait, hold on. Wait. Let him finish. When you've done, I'll have time.
You know, we have Afrobeat and we have Afrobeat.
We hear that, but
yes, I'm telling you.
I don't want to start with a conversation.
Yes, but you asked an Afrobeat question, and I want you to also realize that there's Afrobeat and there's Afrobeat. The same way there's the existence of African dancehall, and someone who says Afro-Dancehall. Typically, they might mean the same thing, but the wordings are what? Different. And one believes he invented
Afro-Dancehall. And
another person says it's because of him they added African dancehall to Apple Music.
Apple Music.
How do you get? So it is the coinage of the word. It's not the contention here is not the sound though. That's what people do not realize. The contention here is not the sound, because there's always been elements of African and dancehall already. The likes of Linda, Where My Baby Day, we're all fusions of the African sound with dancehall rhythms. You get it? So it is the contention or the fight right now is just a word. And if it is the word we are fighting over, the first person I saw say it is Stonebwoy. You get it? And I believe that people, fan base will be fan base.
Okay.
The way the Beam fans are now putting it to Samini. That is how the SM fan base also put it to Stonebwoy.
Okay.
So it's the fan base championing this argument.
What is Samini's narrative?
So Samini's narrative is he championed African dancehall.
Okay.
So I guess he's also putting his stamp to say, oh, me too. My son do Afro dancehall, me too I do African dancehall. But I think, and this is where I always tell you, the Beam fans, I'll tell you I have an issue with them. It's because of things like this. Because this issue where the Beam fans are going after Samini's neck, it doesn't make sense. Because your own is Afro dancehall. Me too, I say I did African dancehall. Why are you trying to negate what I'm trying to say just to make yours big? But when other people come to negate your Afro dancehall, you too are angry.
All right.
So the fan bases are the ones pushing this narrative, and I'm hoping the artists themselves will realize the bigger picture and not be swayed by common word Afro dancehall, African dancehall, because it's not, the sound belongs to none of them.
Okay, all right. Long John, what do you have to say about the Afro-Dancehall originator, Stonebwoy?
I think, first of all, we have to understand that we need to respect the knowledge of our viewers. At certain times, when we are making certain utterances, we just have to be careful. I don't know if you watched the documentary of The Lion King. One of the cognizant conversation you hear in there is there was a narration, somebody like a storytelling, and the person was talking about African sound. And in a nutshell, the person was trying to talk about Afrobeats. African sound, Afrobeats. African sound. Good. So now we bring it back to this dancehall conversation. First of all, what's the difference in there? It's just the wordings. It is the same. The meaning is the same.
So Stonebwoy is the originator of Afro-Dancehall?
Stonebwoy originated a new name for it, which is Afro-Dancehall.
But it has always been African dancehall.
It is African. What does Afro-Dancehall mean? Is it not African dancehall? That's what you say. Be honest.
Oh,
so it's a rhetorical question. What do you share me? Good. So in all truthfulness and honesty, it is bent on us who understand the conversation of the genres to make people understand that it is basically the same.
Okay.
It's the same thing with different names.
Why is it that some time back Shatta Wale was teasing Stonebwoy?
You see, that's what I'm saying. Shatta Wale has never. You see, that's the funny thing.
I've seen some
the whole conversation about African dancehall and this thing. Shatta Wale has never gone on any live to claim he started anything. He showed me a video of Shatta Wale saying, I started this. But it's always one person who makes a conversation around this thing more than even his music. Hold on, please.
Please. Show you one bit.
Please.
You said we will show you one.
Hold on. No, it's a rhetorical question. No, you don't get any answer. No, I'm speaking. So
he knows the answer already.
You see. Let me show you.
I'll talk on.
Listen, the truth of the matter is, if I call myself African King, it doesn't mean I'm claiming I started dancehall. Now, this is what I'm talking about. The way someone wants to claim he's starting something. Shatta Wale even has no idea about this Shazam and iTunes thing till it came out. The Grammys article, Shatta Wale has no, but we also saw how someone was very invested into making sure his name enters. I don't know if you're getting what I'm trying to say. The focus should be on the music. Shatta Wale has created a niche and a name for himself based on the number of songs he has been able to put out with that genre. Anybody who talks about dancehall is talking because, or mentions Shatta Wale's name because of the number of Shatta Wale hit songs they've heard. You are prioritizing more write-outs in those genres than the hit songs you have. First of all, even your last album, how many Afro dancers are on it? In Afrobeats more. You understand what I'm trying to say? We are talking about an artist who is more focused about I started this.
But if he started it,
it is not about that. It is about the music you are doing. What are we? Listen, no. What are you talking about? Everybody, you are talking about this thing, Afro dancehall. Then your next release is going to be how do you call it? Afrobeats. How do we defend you? How do we defend you? You see, all I'm trying to say is, what helped or what made Shatta Wale build that name in dancehall is because of his number of music. And even when he went to Vybz Kartel show, the music that gained worldwide recognition was not even a dancehall song. On God, it's a high life. Do you understand? Right. But in the end, when they came back to listen to his catalog, they noticed, nah, this guy is a bad man.
Okay.
You understand? So give us the music.
No problem.
And the music will fight for you.
That's not your business.
That's not my business.
Yes, that's not your business.
You want to fight. You want to call yourself a TV presenter.
Yes.
But you are fighting as a panelist. You are not in the seat of a presenter. You are sitting as a panelist. How do you think the viewers will see you?
I don't understand this narrative. But all I'm trying to say is that you want to push a narrative through music. Somebody generated and originated something. He wants to gain that recognition that I originated Afro dancehall. If you don't want to be titled originator and be a contributor, that is fine. That is your own. You wanted to answer some few questions that he
raised. You see, when the Apple came out with the African dancehall tag, he cannot tell me Shatta Wale wasn't happy.
He was all about the
Yes. He was, wait. Let me.
You guys are not.
He was happy.
In
fact, yes.
Times, I mean,
that because of his.
It is not about the happiness or the reaction.
Because of his contribution.
It's not about the reaction.
There's now an African dancehall catalog category.
Yeah,
on Apple Music. And we're all happy because it was right after his triumphant entry into Jamaica.
True.
We generated that talkability. And we're happy. Now, Billboard does a story about Molly, and they use the word Afro-Dancehall. And Stonebwoy is like, thank you for the mention.
Yes.
We started it, big ups to Molly.
Yes.
I don't see where the fuss has been that it has gotten to where it has gotten to, because I think it's been escalated.
Yeah.
As when he sat here, he admitted that Afro-Dancehall was coined by Stonebwoy. He has not denied that it was not coined by Stonebwoy. We both agree the sound is the same.
Yeah.
Because when he started with we owe our audience something, I thought maybe we said something that we are fooling our audience, but the same thing that I said, that's what the game is. The sound is the same thing.
Yeah.
The difference is the word.
All right.
And someone calls his own Afro-Dancehall.
Yeah.
Someone calls his own
African
dancehall. The contention here is the word. The
question
is
the OGs where they call them African dancehall, but the Gen Z's like Stone them, they call them Afro.
So the question.
Okay, so today is
so the question we are answering is.
Which one is popular?
No, the question we are answering right now is, the Stonebwoy coin or Afro dancehall or not?
Yes, he coined it.
Yes.
Nobody else.
Then there's no argument. So this long argument that we have been doing.
Yeah.
It didn't concern African dancehall.
Yeah, but yeah, other people are also saying that when the Billboard released that, publication on Molly, it was not necessary for Stone to come and write.
No, it's not like it was not. See, the article did not mention Stonebwoy anyway. Initially, I thought he mentioned Stonebwoy, but I didn't mention him. But let's say, as a good father or as a proud father.
Please.
What is please? As a proud father.
Stop this thing.
Like if I see my name let's say RC.
Yeah.
The dance he's doing that is trending.
Yes.
Did I do the dance?
What dance is that? Let me see.
The agenda dance.
Let me see.
Don't redo it. The agenda dance. I did not create it.
Yeah.
I've not done it. But when I see people post it, I'm proud. And I'm like, I associate myself with it. So people know that, Charlie, I did a guy in Team Inside. That their part. What is wrong with it?
So that's what Stonebwoy did.
That's what Stonebwoy did.
Associating yourself.
Yes. Because he saw the word.
And said no.
And it's attributed to Molly, a lady who he has been continuously supporting. Even before she blew up, we shake it to the max.
I think, so this was the tweet exactly. A name originated by Stonebwoy, let it be etched in the book of history.
Yes.
Afro-Dancehall to the world and beyond. Yes. So he was trying to draw the attention that he originated the Afro-Dancehall.
And one thing we've forgotten is, this year he said it to be a year of what? Facts. Have you forgotten? When we're entering the year, what did he say? What did he post on his Snapchat? He said this year.
Okay.
It be a year of facts.
Can we go ahead?
2 minutes.
So let me amend it.
No, it's a year of facts.
Then
you should be
amending. A year of facts.
No, I want him to answer.
Anywhere he sees something that he feels is associated with him, he will come in and take.
Okay. So please, it's a year of facts, right?
Yes.
Oh, have you queried him about the fact he dropped about Shatta Wale settings?
Query.
Yeah, have you asked him? He says it's a year of facts, right? So the things he said.
Okay.
Please don't come and give us last year. It's a year of facts.
So should I answer?
So yes. So
okay.
So this year, have you what he said about Shatta Wale?
Okay.
Everything said in the life, I said everything will be taken away from him. Yes. How far?
You know, we've sat on this platform and we've spoken. In fact, when he did the December rant and January we came here. If you bear witness, unless you've forgotten, we spoke about it. We condemned him. Didn't you condemn him?
We did.
Now, in terms of using the word query, first of all, I'm not his house master.
You just seconded something.
Second, he does not owe me. I don't owe him any kind of querying. So if you tell me have I queried him, please, there's no DC.
So we are done on that. All right. Long John, nobody can go and query his story.
But if
you want to send a statement to him or question him or whatever you want to say.
But last one before we go. But Long John, when he makes statement like have you, he sits on this platform and we still talk about diverse stuff. And he knows how we've defended various artists, including Shatta Wale on this same platform. And he always goes back and come back and talk as if when Shatta Wale matter comes, we condemn him.
You don't mind
change.
All right.